Hi fabric friends, it's Donna and Amy here to share our new Treasured Threads panel, Santa's Sleigh Ride. We are going to inspire you with some festive projects from thrifted clothing to gifts and home decor. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the video and subscribe to the channel. Mom, are you ready to get started?
I'm ready, Amy.
Let's start with the pillow, Mom. The art on this panel is so much fun. We've got the ticking stripe, we've got Santa saying Merry Christmas and Season's Greetings, and then we have the coordinates to go with it. So you like the
I
plaid,
do like the plaid.
and then these little, what do we call them? Like a polka dot?
It is a polka dot with a little star inside.
Right. And so that is what some of the art on the panel looks like. Let me grab it here. And here you can see what it looks like when people find it in a store or order it online. You'll see the whole collection of art that's on the panel on the back. And again, there's different scales of the artwork on the panel. So that gives you just a lot of options for making different projects. The panels also come with a QR code inside that header card, and that QR code takes you to patterns. So we're going to talk about the patterns. How about that, Mom?
That sounds good.
Okay. And let's start with the crossbody bag. And this is the crossbody bag.
I love the crossbody bag, and it's made with using a towel, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Good point, Mom. This is our ABC flour sack towels that we truly use as fabric when we making projects. The colors are wonderful. And what you did some channel quilting on this and we used a
Thermal
Thermal
foam.
Webs product that is a wonderful foam. And then on the back, you can see this is one of those polka dots we just talked about. Hey, oh, I forgot to look, Mom. How do you like my ring?
Oh, my, that's a little glittery.
It's a little festive. So
Yeah.
that is and then what did you use for the lining on this?
Well, I used a man's shirt, and it was a
Okay.
green and white check. And
Perfect.
you can even use the pocket from the man's shirt inside
Perfect.
for a pocket.
Right. And
But
this little piece of art is on the panel, the tree. I actually have it here on my jacket. And another fun project you can make that comes with the panel is the eyeglass case. So again, you can see how much fun we had making a coordinating set there. And that is the crossbody bag, the eyeglass case pattern that both come with the panel. And then we also have, you can set that down over there if you want,
okay.
Mom.
Now, is it in the panel, or do they use the QR code?
They use the QR code and they scan it, and then they'll get access to a PDF.
Okay.
They can print the PDF and then have an actual pattern to use.
Very
Good
nice.
question. Now I will show you, we did a red version. Again, this is another color of the ABC flour sack towels that we have available. And this is our little Merry Christmas. Another fun idea is to add maybe a jean pocket as your pocket on the back. I thought that was really fun. And then this is the same image, but adding embroidery. So
I love this.
we love adding embroidery to these Treasured Threads panels. And you can see here that Mary did this, and she just did a wonderful job with adding the stitching on the words Merry Christmas. She even added outlined Santa's mustache. So you can have lots of fun, and the plaid is one of the coordinates.
My favorite is the little red button nose on Santa.
I love it too, Mom. It is darling. And there we have the ticking on the back side. And you can see again there where Mary just did some quilting over it. That's machine quilting that she did. So that's Merry Christmas. And this is another piece of the panel, another artwork, again, the sleigh ride which you can see we did used again. This is the eyeglass pattern. Um, Super cute. What a great gift for somebody who loves festive fashion. And again, speaking of festive fashion, jean jackets. So this is where we've used this particular image on the jean jacket. And of course, earlier you saw when we showed you we showed
True.
the tree. There it is on the side of the jean
And
jacket.
and what's so nice in the panel, Amy, is you often have the image going both ways. This way going here, which it looks right on the jacket. It would look funny if it were the other way, and this way on the glass case. So
That is an excellent point, Mom. I'm so glad you brought that up. And again, you have so many great ideas. You know you do. And I appreciate it. In
here,
fact, one of those ideas you had is what you're wearing. So, quick note, this is another panel that we is around the world. And you did a lot of fun things with that, adding the cuffs. I don't want to get off track, but I just had to show everybody that while we were chatting. Okay, so how about we talk about some more ideas for wearables? And I show you a couple sweatshirts.
okay, and you know my favorite is wearables.
Yes. So what's really
And I like instant
okay?
gratification. So many of these projects are
Are
that.
yes, they are instant. That's the beauty of treasured threads. You
It
can
is.
just cut, hand sew. You don't need a sewing machine, not a lot of extras. You probably have the thread in your drawer. And we'll talk a little bit more about the technique I use and explain that while we
Okay,
look at the sweatshirts.
sounds good to me.
Mom, I love wearing fun attire for the holidays. And one idea we have, which I think is just so accessible, is working with putting these images on a sweatshirt. And this is an example of a sweatshirt that actually has a map, I believe. Oh, no, it has writing on the back. So if you have a sweatshirt that you maybe are tired of and don't want anymore, you could turn it inside out and you cut the bottom, cut the collar off. Maybe later we'll do more of a video about this. But what I wanted to share here is what we have in our technique that we use for applying patches. So back on the pillow, we made a giant patch. You can bring it up and show it,
Okay,
Mom. That's a giant patch that we put on a ready-made pillow. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Just so
great.
everybody can see it.
You can go to the thrift store and find these pillows.
Right,
Or,
or find it off your couch.
yeah,
Just
or
like I took this one off your couch
you
and we
did.
decided it was going to be Christmas.
Yeah.
So there you go. This is so now I want to talk more about the clothing and the technique, and the product that we use is a fusible fleece, a fusible batting, and this is what we coined it, favorite fusible stabilizer, because what it does is it allows you to cut and make a patch, and that patch then you can add embroidery to. And we have several videos that go through that technique, particularly on my blog and my YouTube channel. You can find more videos to learn the technique. When you do buy the package, you do get videos and a lookbook in it for the technique. But this is really with the plaids, one thing we talked about is, or a gingham, you have the lines already there that you can follow, which makes this, the one thing about treasured threads is how relaxing it is to stitch. So, what,
Well, and this gives it a more dimension when you use the fusible batting. It really comes to life, um, rather than just being iron flat on
right,
there.
right.
So I
And it
think,
can even mimic the idea of hand quilting
oh,
or a pieced. So, in addition to the panel we talked about around the world that you're wearing, there are a total of 6 panels, and 2 of them have actual quilted images that are really faux patchwork, and we stitch along those lines
Yes.
many times. But there you can see that technique that we use for adding patches. Now, let's get into some other ideas for using patch applique. And I thought it'd be fun to share some children's clothing. This is, again, a use for our ABC
Towels.
flour sack towels. This is one of, I think the name of this color is Pickle. So,
Dill pickle.
no, just Pickle, Mom.
Oh, okay.
And here you can see you place this on the yoke for this cute little dress, and then you added the pocket, which I just loved. So save all those denim jeans from your kids, adults, the whole family. You'll always have a use for the pockets. So that's one idea. And another one is with the same image, actually, is where we put the overalls.
And we have the pillow ticking as one of the fabrics in your panel. But it really, and we use sort of a zigzag stitch on the machine, but you could do a hand stitch,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But isn't it? It's so cute.
I love the idea of overalls. And I think I'm going to make a pair in my size that look like this.
I think it would go nice with your jacket.
Right. Well, there you go. We also have a wonderful another use for the tree that we finished on a green sweatshirt. So when you see that, I love the fact we added a couple pearl buttons to it just for that added touch. And then you'll see on the sleeve, we went ahead and added on the side of the sleeve, again, Santa in his sleigh. So
lots of uses for
I know, yeah,
panels.
Totally. And when it comes to other ideas, we've done everything from denim jeans. You'll see this cute idea when it comes to pockets. On the jean, we have, again, the ticking stripe where we appliqued on Santa again. And just a reminder, the Santa image comes in 3 sizes on the panel, and it comes with Season's Greeting and Merry Christmas. So whether or not you use one of, I think this is the medium size image that we just added to a hat. We also did a cute little child's version of this in denim, and it has the little Merry Christmas, I think, on it. Another cute child's project is this. Jan did this, and it is out of this world.
Just darling.
With
and what little girl would love all these rhinestones?
Oh, I know it.
Oh my.
And we went, the pom-poms, Jan Bryan Hunt, who's a local artist that we work with, she came up with this creation. She even added ho, ho, ho on that polka dot.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cute?
It is.
And then again, an idea for your back yoke is to add Santa's sleigh ride. So there you have it.
And I love these vintage sequins.
I know. They're lots of fun. Oh, and speaking of vintage,
Rick Rack.
We love Rick Rack. All right. So we have covered many things when it comes to wearables. The one thing we didn't talk about was flannel shirts.
Oh.
So
They're so popular.
They are so popular, and people are bleaching them. I mean, cropping them, adding ruffles and fabric as all sorts of things. Mom, so we did one that's a red plaid, and we put this Santa on the back. Mm-hmm. And then you also helped me create a darling gingham shirt with a ruffle at the neck, and then we cropped it. And look at the darling combo of the two different prints.
It was a man's shirt. It wasn't a lady's shirt.
Right.
And which is so popular if you look in your ready-made stores, that they're taking, it looks like men's shirts and cutting off the sleeves,
Cropping it.
cropping it, making it a jacket, a shirt, and a jacket.
A shacket. There you go. All sorts of fun you can have going to the thrift shop and finding those shirts.
That's
Flannel, gingham, we love it all. And speaking of one, we also think about what other home decor we can make. And I didn't get this at the thrift shop.
Oh.
I actually found it on a walk in somebody's garbage. So here it is. How much fun did you have creating?
I did
the band
I
to
took
go
the
around it?
images off her panel and sort of put them together to go around. And this is, I love the ornaments, but I also love these baskets for your Christmas cards. And we aren't getting quite as many these days.
Well,
but we're
we still want to have them out and be able to look at all those photos of our friends and family.
exactly. It's the photo cards we see.
We love them. So home decor. Oh, and look back behind me. Season's greetings. Another idea, put one of the images in the center of a wreath or make a banner.
On your
So,
front door.
yep. I mean, truly, Mom, the possibilities are endless. And
They
we continue, and you have done an amazing job helping me make all these samples along with Mary and Jan. And I'm just so thankful for all my creative friends.
Well, you give us a lot of direction as to how you want your creative friends to be creative.
I do a lot of directing. I'm kind of the
right.
architect, but
That is right.
each one of you adds your own
Ooh,
twist.
I like,
and
I like
Anne, I can't forget Anne. She did the jeans for us.
okay, I love the bottle.
Oh,
so many people.
we almost forgot, Mom.
Yeah.
The gifts.
Yes.
Time for a glass of wine, if you ask me.
Oh,
What do
this
you
is
think?
darling with all the buttons and
Do you like it?
channel. Yes, I love it.
Okay, and what
Or-
fabric did we use?
A towel.
Yep.
And
Flour sack.
actually, if you don't want to do all this, you can just iron this on and you have it.
You're right, Mom. You could buy a ready-made wine bag, iron this on, add some buttons. Of course, we love pearl buttons. And the other gift bag, speaking of gifts that we have for you, are a few more ideas. Here's a bigger bag. And my idea was to actually personalize it with my daughter Emma's name. And there you can see we were getting started using the stick and stitch.
Well, and you can save these bags and use them next year.
I love that idea.
I do too. I do too.
So, and wouldn't that be an heirloom that you would remember as you grow up? Your gift bag that you used every year that someone made for you?
Or we could put it on a stocking too.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Images are fun for a stocking.
Yes.
I love this one.
Well, and that
for a gift card.
Yep. Just how easy would it be to buy this little canvas bag at a store? Oh, I have bias tape in there, but the idea was this could be a perfect gift card. You could even hang it on the tree too, if you wanted to. So yes.
Well, you could even stuff this and make it into an ornament for your tree.
That would be cute too, Mom. You could do these as ornaments.
Yes.
We love making Christmas ornaments.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves making ornaments.
And then dated on the back. I love to see the date.
Great idea. Great idea. So we hope we've inspired you with many ideas. I do want to say, be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and most importantly, if you want to keep up with Donna and our adventures, sign up for my newsletter at amybarickman.com. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Merry Christmas
in July. Thanks, Mom.